Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. How are you today? Did you have a good day today? Come on in. I'm just going to talk for a minute about um, the fact. I want to ask you a question. Are you lucky? Do things happen in your life? Do you think you're lucky? Or um, are you just prepared? And when things come your way, are you ready to take advantage of the opportunity? Um, because some people who are successful, a lot of people think that they're lucky, that like everything just goes their way. And they don't realize the preparation it takes to um, actually create luck. In fact, I want to talk about a famous philosopher. His name is Seneca, a famous Roman philosopher named Seneca said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Um, so why is action important? And, it sounds kind of like a Hollywood script. Have you ever heard about somebody just getting lucky in Hollywood? But you don't know, but the behind scenes to it, maybe they've taken a lot of acting classes and they've been preparing. So when opportunity came knocking on their door, they were ready and they were prepared to take action. So someone prepares for a long time and then the opportunity arrives. Has that ever happened to you? Have you prepared for something for a long time and then opportunity came knocking at your door and you took action? And then, maybe somebody said you were lucky. But luck is created when preparation meets that opportunity. And that has to do with creating action. So come on in and join me. Say hi to me if you're here, if you're watching. You know, so let me know if that's ever happened to you, if you've ever had something, a great opportunity come along and you weren't prepared for it, or if something happened that you had been preparing for, just in case the opportunity came along. It could be anything. If you're an actor or an actress and you've prepared for a certain kind of role that you wanted, or you were studying a particular subject and then you were knowledgeable on something and then an opportunity came your way and you were able to take advantage of it when maybe your peers weren't, because instead of going out and partying all the time, you were getting prepared and for hopefully a good opportunity coming your way. Let me know if that's ever happened to you. So, like if opportunity knocks and you're prepared, but you're afraid to act, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever had an opportunity come your way, you prepared for it, but you were afraid to act on it? Action is the missing part of this quote. Opportunity and preparation without action is like standing on the dock next to your ship and as it prepares to sail away. It's not a pleasant thought. I've let that happen to me too many times. Have you? Hopefully you had a good Friday today. And, this is a subject that's near and dear to my heart because, we can study things and, study and not take action. Like we can have all the knowledge in our head about something and then be too afraid to take action. For instance, if you maybe studied social media and how to do reels, how to do lives and things like that, and you know how to do it, and you've got all the knowledge you need of how to do it, but you're afraid to do it because you're afraid to put yourself out there. For the longest time, I was afraid to get online and do a live. It was like the scariest thing to me. And it can be scary putting yourself out there. But it also gives you a platform to be able to talk to people and to be able to express things that are important to you and to connect with like-minded people. Hi, Dallas. How are you today? Dallas, I love your hair. It's so cute. I really like it a lot. Yeah, so what I'm talking today is opportunity and preparation without action. It's good to be prepared. It's good to know a lot about a subject, but if you are afraid to take action, that's not going to be good. So together, preparation and opportunity, with the action, that's where you create luck. Some people call it luck. Like there's so many people who are successful. Like one that comes to mind right now is T.D. Jakes. I heard him talking about in one of his sermons one day about how people just thought he was just so successful all of a sudden, but they didn't realize he had actually been like wanting to be a preacher since he was a little boy. So that's a pretty long road to success and where he's at now. Oh, you're welcome. It's really cute. I really like it. So, people who are successful, it's funny how somebody might call them an overnight success, but they don't realize what happened to get them there. And a lot of times when you see an Hollywood story and you watch their story, it's really incredible of, what some of the celebrities go through, or anyone who's successful, like Tony Robbins. I know he had some problems getting along with his dad and things like that, but look at his success now. Like he did not let any of that stop him. And I really look up to people like that because just because someone's successful doesn't mean they've had a perfect life. It's your mindset. Don't let your past drag you down. Whatever's happened to you in the past, it's the people that are closest to us that know, that maybe have known us since we were in school or whatever. Those are the people that it's kind of hard for them to see you being successful sometimes. And that's just human nature. It's not because they don't love you or whatever. It's just because they know you, and they don't see their vision that you may see for yourself. So don't let other people who know you so well keep you from seeing the vision for yourself. They may have a different vision for themselves. Maybe they are not an entrepreneurial minded person, and that's fine. Or whatever it may be, whatever your vision is for yourself, but it's not a pleasant thought. Yes, I've let it happen to me too many times. And if you have too, let me know. Have you let somebody hold you back, or something hold you back, or your fear hold you back, your inaction hold you back, your procrastination hold you back? You know what you want to do, but you always have in your mind, you're going to do it someday. Someday you are going to do it. Well, I was like that too. And years passed me by, I was like that starting in my 20s. And like I didn't really start pursuing it until I really was like, okay, I'm getting older. I need to really take action now if I want my life to be where I want it to be, you know, by retirement age and stuff. So, is this resonating with you? Hey, Peggy, how are you? Thanks for dropping in today. Is action starting to sound a little more important to you for opportunities that, you know, an opportunity that comes your way is useless if you don't act and if you're not prepared. Even if you don't feel you're fully prepared, don't be a perfectionist. You've got to take action, you know. Don't just let the action be in your head. And so where can we apply this in our lives? Preparation is a series of contradictions which must be resolved, basically, you know. So the question is, what can you do to prepare? Y'all have any suggestions for that? What can you do to prepare? You know, a good thing I would suggest is, if you need the knowledge and you need to buy coaching or anything like that on a subject that you want to know more about for something that you want to do in your life, a good thing would be to not spend every penny you have. That way, when something comes your way, a good course or a good coaching course, you know, a lot of times to get the best deal, you got to buy it right then and there. You might want to have a little bit of money saved up when the great, incredible opportunity comes along. That's happened to me a few times. I'm like, oh my God, I want this course so bad, but I don't have the money right now, so I'm going to have to get it later. You know, not spending everything you have, that's a good idea. That may be one way you could be prepared for, you know, the right opportunity to learn what you want to learn to get you to where you want to go. You know, some people try to look stuff up on Google and learn that way, but or on YouTube. You know, that can be helpful, but doing that sometimes, the problem with that, in my opinion, is you don't know what you don't know. So, and I'm not selling any kind of course here tonight. I'm just talking about how to be prepared in certain situations. But when you take a course, they know what you need to know to reach where you're trying to go. So most of the times they'll put it all in there. You don't have to figure out what you don't know and then try to piece it all together. And you still might be missing something at that point. You know, yeah, it's free. And, you know, but is it really going to help you? So that's one of the things I would suggest in being prepared. And what can you do to help the opportunity find you? If you're looking for love, try not to look in all the wrong places, right? Have you ever tried to go to a bar to find love? I knew this girl one time that I was working with. She did meet her husband in a bar, but I think that happens very rarely. And I think he actually ended up committing suicide. But that was like 20 years ago. That was a long time ago. So what will it take to overcome your fears and take action? You know, what is it going to take action? What holds you back? Fear of the unknown, fear of success, fear of failure. Fear of success and fear of failure are kind of similar. I did talk about those on another live that I did on 2 separate lives. I talked about them separately. But fear of not getting what you truly desire, so you settle for the 9-to-5 grind when you know you want more out of life, but you're just letting fear control your life, whether it's fear of success or fear of failure. If you can't name what holds you back, how can you ever tame it? So the first step is to evaluate yourself, evaluate your thoughts, your fears, evaluate what's holding you back. That's what I did. I was evaluating, why am I afraid to do a live? I see everybody else getting on there and doing it. Why can't I just get on there and talk about some things that might be interesting, that might, give some good advice to other people and myself as well. While I'm talking, I'm also giving advice to myself. So if I would evaluate your situation, if this is something, if you have opportunities come your way and you may be prepared, but you're afraid to take action. What I would do in that situation, or what I've done in that situation, is I try to evaluate my thoughts. Like, why am I afraid of this? Because I want this. I want it. So I have to overcome my fear or whatever it is that's keeping me from taking action. And, you have to take those tiny baby steps of faith. You don't know where it's going to go. Look at some of these celebrities. They just started out small and they just ended up blowing up. They took steps of faith. Look at anybody who's successful. They didn't have, in a lot of cases, a whole big plan mapped out. They just started taking action, and then things started falling into place. And that's how success works in a lot of cases. So remember, if you can't name what's holding you back, you can't tame it. You can't tackle it, and you can't say, I'm going to take action next time something comes my way, because I'm prepared. I've studied for this. For instance, if you're an introvert and you're shy and you've studied acting, or you've studied how to get on lives, how to do lives, but you're afraid to do it, you know how to do it, just do it. For me, it wasn't being able to do the lives. It was some other things too, but that's one of the things. And there's been a couple of instances where I've wanted to buy a course, but I'm like shopping and buying stuff that I see online that I want, and I'm like, oh God, so that's one of my biggest suggestions. Try to save a little money, so when something comes along that's going to teach you what you need to know. I was watching something about making money on YouTube yesterday, and it was really incredible. But right now I'm in some businesses. I love the products. I'm helping people with credit. I'm helping people with wellness, losing weight, saving money on travel, and some stuff that I'm very excited about. And I want to help people. I want to help people change their lives. If you want some suggestions on how you can get out of the 9 to 5 grind, let me know, and we'll get on the phone. We'll do a Zoom or whatever. If you don't want to do a Zoom, we can just talk on the phone, and we can figure out what your goals are, and then I can try to help match you with something that would fit what you want to do, what your goals are. So take the time to find where you need to improve, and watch how your luck changes. It's just a matter of taking action. Just remember to work on all 3 parts: the preparation, the action, And what was the other part? I can't remember. Just remember to work on all three parts, okay? And, refuse to look for excuses. Be honest with yourself, okay? And once you do that, you're gonna, one day people are gonna be saying you're just lucky, okay? So much more goes into being lucky than just being lucky. It takes preparation, action, and being prepared, So I hope you all have a good Friday. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate you sticking around to listen. And I hope y'all have a good week and a good weekend. And I'll be back on here on Monday. And talk to you then. Bye.